The place where I brutally murdered a 32-year-old man at 3:42 a.m. I wonder where in Germany you could have brutally murdered a 32-year-old man at 3:42 a.m. Looks like it's somewhere right here. Now we just wait and see if there's any FBI agents that watch my videos. Europe, according to my Serbian friend. In the light purple, we have Serbia. In the dark purple, we have also Serbia. In the green, we have traitors. It's all the former Yugoslavian states. Would you look at that? In the black, we have scum. And finally, in brown, we have inferior to Serbia. I think there's absolutely no question in anybody's mind this is actually what this Serbian man thinks. You can't make this stuff up. This is definitely a Serbian. I can fix him. Girl, he's fixing European borders in Microsoft Paint. Focus on yourself. Holy crap, I don't think I've ever started a video so personally attacked like this. You know how many hours I've wasted fixing European borders in Microsoft Paint? It was time for girls when there's all this border gore in the world. Life could be a dream. Oh, you turned Serbia into the Balkan Sea. Yes, I can see why this would be a dream for a lot of people after seeing that other Serbian post. What do my Balkan brothers think about this one? I will literally never forget this for as long as I live. This is the division of Switzerland proposed by Gaddafi at the G8 summit of 2009. How do we know it wasn't actually the Swiss behind the collapse of Gaddafi? They were just playing their old cards trying to pretend to be neutral, but in reality, they was looking for their revenge. I think the story is Switzerland didn't support them in something. Some like diplomatic crisis that happened and they weren't helping Libya out or something. Map of all the countries in the world where it is illegal to call a pig Napoleon. Would you look at that? It seems to be the only country and all of its territories that had a leader named Napoleon. Very odd, France. Very odd. This is literally like 1984. What I consider the West. I wonder how many people agree with this. Because it's kind of funny. Technically, why couldn't it be the West? But you know how many people would scream at you if you said Egypt was Western? Like, I can already see myself just saying it as a joke, but then the comment section going absolutely insane. I think I still have like Vietnam flashbacks due to that. This country's not Western. And thank you for accurately including New Zealand here in the place where Madagascar normally is. This is one of the many things the government doesn't want you to know about. How level 1 flat earthers think the Pearl Harbor attack happened. Of course, since Earth's flat, Japan went all the way around Australia, Africa, and South America, attacked and then just went back. Versus how Chad flat earthers 2.0 know the Pearl Harbor attack really happened. There is a schism within the flat earth community. That wall of ice that they're always talking about is actually in Europe and Africa. These are the edges of the world, but this is how they did it. It's pretty easy. The Flat Earth Society actually stopped following me on Twitter, unfortunately. They must be those beta male level 1 flat earthers. If you're from one of these countries, shut the frick up. Ah yes, the worst of the worst out there, the US, Liberia, and Myanmar. The amount of times I've heard those 3 horrible countries grouped up together, it's just insane. The Liberians have gone unchecked for too long. Map of Europe, but absolutely nothing has changed whatsoever. Everything checks out to me. Normal Western Europe right here, and normal Eastern Europe as well. I appreciate the honesty with this post. Yeah, nothing's changed. Fascinating. Brazil is closer to the western coast of Africa than it is the eastern coast of Africa. We know this because this red line long, yet this red line even longer. Wow, that is really interesting. What I consider to be the West. All right, pretty typical map. I've seen this definition many times before. Oh, but this one is excluded Serbia, Bosnia, and other Serbia. Oh, and this is, okay, yeah. Let's go into the comment section and grab some popcorn. This is like the most classic mistake any mapper can make. You're gonna get absolutely wrecked. Define things as the West, and you will undoubtedly have people losing their minds. Here's a Google Trends post. In the blue, we have lesbians. In red, Burger King. And in yellow, ducks. Crazy how related these topics really are. So a lot of Africa is really into that first thing. So is Southern Asia as well as Australia. But then there's the West, see what I did there, who really just enjoys Burger King, which I'm not surprised. Burgerland loves Burger King. The only wholesome nation out here is Venezuela. I wonder if they're Googling that because they're wondering if they could eat them. My solution to the Israeli-Palestine conflict. Okay, yes, so in the red, we give that to the Republic of Cyprus. And in the blue, we give that to the Turkish Republic of Northern Cyprus. And then of course there's a buffer zone and all these islands out here. So there you have it. You give Taiwan to Cyprus, and that's going to obviously fix Israel. Every state marked in red is where minimum wage earners can afford a 2-bedroom rental. Interesting. It's not in red. Come back tomorrow for more obvious facts. My drawing of Europe from memory. Wow, I think you got like 99% of it completely perfect. There's only one thing you're missing, but that's an obvious one. I don't see some of the city-states labeled like San Marino, Liechtenstein, Andorra, one of those. Map of WW3. I'm from the future. So Greece is going to be the west, and Turkey's going to annex all of Russia, then take over a lot of the Nordic lands. Yes, yes. I actually have a bad feeling for Greece here. This doesn't look like an easy war. Well, I think we already know who's going to win WW3. Kebabs for all. National borders, but they're all from one straight line? What? What the hell even is this? Okay, so you have one straight line to draw the borders, and that's it. This is, I guess, wait, some of these are not straight. What is this? What did you try here? You know what? I don't care. Most popular drink in each country. In blue, we have water, and in gray, we have no day. Map of Earth if the land level decreased by 100 kilometers. I think we're just staring into the Earth's core at this point, or maybe the Earth's mantle. Probably the Earth's mantle. Yeah, the core, that's not enough. That would get through the crust, I believe. This looks like a good pizza. Wait, is this a pizza? We basically live on a giant pizza. This is a map in someone's French class. It was used throughout the entire video. World language. Watch the video below to discover many of the lands where French is spoken. All right, so clearly the French do not recognize Greenland or Iceland. Then there's Germany just unironically split into West and Eastern again. Yeah, because this was made by the French, I gotta say I'm not surprised. Wait a second, are they not claiming that North Korea exists? I don't see a line right here, or is this whole country North Korea and there is no China? I cannot believe this was used in any sort of educational capacity. I don't think there's any Central America either. Like, you can get away with showing a map like this in the US. Most of the normie kids aren't gonna know, but I'm gonna assume, speaking French, I mean, you might be someplace else. These kids might recognize there's a problem here. Map of Russia, but I made it a rainbow because Putin loves rainbows. Yes, yes, I'm sure he's gonna be very, very happy about this. I think he'll actually be so happy you're about to get a free vacation trip to Siberia. I've always wanted to know what a labor camp is like. Someone posted just a regular map of Europe on day 1 and said the top 3 comments can change the borders however they like. So these are the most popular and most requested things. We've got the old German borders I can clearly see right here. We have Italy split down the middle between the Vatican and San Marino, as it should be. Southern North Macedonia has also been granted its independence. Georgia is a nice thick boy. Then we have the Irish Protectorate of the Crimea. Of course, it's Ireland's got to protect the Crimea. Makes sense to me. There is Sweden, and then there is Norway, which is now an island. And who can forget Flintstonia, Flatvia, and Filthuania? Absolutely glorious. If the US was split into 2 halves with equal population, but I couldn't screenshot the Polish flag. Okay, people actually turned that into like a really real game. There's a post about this not that long ago, and people were actually trying to see if they could do it. I think this guy was looking at the wrong image, though. He was close. He was close. It wasn't straight, but try again, buddy. Map of every chase scene in Rome according to American movies. It's almost kind of strange how every single chase scene has to go near these iconic structures. Maybe it's just because the roads are easier to get to, or maybe it's because the writers are kind of lazy. Map of the world as it should be. I almost completely scrolled past this. I was like, another joke, like it's just the same borders of our actual world. And that's kind of true, except I started taking a little bit of a deeper look, and it appears that there is a Canadian flag leaf on every single one of these. There's an eagle leaf in Mexico, there's a leaf in Cuba, there's a leaf in all these Central American countries. Really actually enjoying this. A giant leaf in Brazil. Replace those stupid creepy suns with a leaf. That's right, Argentina. These Islamic countries looking pretty good with the leaf, actually. Maybe they want to implement this. Oh, I thought all of the Saudi Arabian writing would be made out of leaves. Looks like there's some leaves in there, but yeah. I can see Iraq did it. This is literally one of the greatest things I've ever seen. Look at all the leaves. I love how you use the old Nono German photo or flag, except there. Why is this leaf like a reddish orange and not like the regular Irish orange? This actually looks pretty good out of Russia, I think. Got to get rid of the stars in China, just put leaves. This is a high quality post right here. Spot the leaves. I could see it in Sri Lanka, Cambodia. There's one out here in the Philippines. Oh, I love the old Imperial Japanese flag, except with the leaf there. Okay, this is one of my favorite posts. Oh, there it is in Australia. I thought like they slightly redesigned the flags, just, I don't know, with cooler colors. This actually probably took a really long time to make. Map of the countries where the president vomited on the prime minister of Japan. Strange, it's only the US. I actually didn't even know about this because this was way before my time. This had to be like really scary and terrifying. Look, the guy doesn't even flinch either. Like he's literally just holding him up after he gets vomit all over his leg. He doesn't even seem concerned, to be honest. Wait a second, who caused him to vomit actually? Oh, he's holding him. I've got a lot of questions about this situation. Would have been cool if you followed up this map with all the countries that have been been nuked ever before. Those would go hand in hand. People from this area fight each other in the comments. Yeah. Are you just now figuring this out? I mean, pretty sure that's something I learned on day one, honestly. Find me a comment section where people from the Balkans aren't fighting. I drew Europe from memory. Okay, so you got Spain, you got France, you got Great Britain. You know, there needs to be a little bit of work here, honestly, but this is a good start. Like, I think that, you know, we can make a bit more progress, but you're on the right track. Iran, except it's... Do I even need to say it? I don't. Yeah, people keep showing me this, and it's like, what do you want me to say? What do you want me to do about this? I have literally no words. The 4 horsemen of narrowness. Now we're talking. I want a war between these 4 countries right here. Chile, Norway, Japan, and Vietnam. Specifically, though, I think I want to see Vietnam and Chile. Look at how similar these countries are. Like, their shape and everything. I didn't actually realize that. Typically, the long boy meme goes to Chile. They are the longest boy out there, I believe. If you were to stretch out Norway's tail, is that even the case? Yeah, I need to see a battle royale right now. Africa is so big, get this right, you can fit every single African country within it. Unbelievable. I mean, it's just mind-blowing. I mean, I've seen all the images showing how massive this landmass really is, but just to think, I mean, how many African countries are in Africa? Like 53? Imagine putting 53 African countries in Africa. Like, what? The Japanese solution for the Korean conflict, as well as the Taiwan-Chinese conflict as well. In red, we have Japan, and that's it. All right, yep, that would definitely work. I think they're onto something here. All right, here's one of those data is beautiful maps. We have obesity in the USA. In red, we have obese. And in yellow, we have obese. What could this mean exactly? Does anyone else want a Happy Meal? New map of the Northwestern USA. We have thick Idaho, small Washington, and Oregon. Yes, I don't really care. I agree. Let's just do it. Gotta start changing state borders. Am I gonna live to see the day where we change some state borders around? When was the last time we ever changed state border? I'm assuming it never really happens. Our best bet is like Washington, D.C. becomes a state, and then they'd probably change the Maryland, Virginia borders a little bit. I mean, it would have to. Or it's still its own district, so maybe it wouldn't change any borders. There's no reason to change state borders, huh? This is some BS. Someone posted World War II according to my history teacher. This is actually painful to look at. Yeah, I'm just gonna say you need to slow your roll, son. You know this guy did this in 5 minutes just to give you a little visualization. Yeah, I get it. He could have showed you a real map, but he's showing you the Maginot Line. He's showing you some battles took place. He's showing you the partition of Poland. Give him a break. He's having fun with it. He even drew Hitler and Stalin. He's trying his best out here. Come on now. Here's the correct one. People in this area argue with each other in the comments. But then again, this is inferring that there's not a single alien in one of my comment sections. For that, I'm gonna say BS. I've been seeing some of the way you guys type. There ain't no way one of you isn't an alien. Map of Europe, but I've perfected it. Okay, so we have Poland, or the Swedish client state, Germany, or the Swedish client state, France, or the Swedish client state. Wait, Vatican, Italy, Sweden, what? Oh my God. How has no one ever come up with this before? This is the greatest map I've ever seen. Pack it up, boys. Never make maps again. This one has finally taken the cake. The world if sea level decreased by 1 centimeter. It's crazy how things change just by 1 centimeter. I would have never been able to predict this. My solution to the Israeli-Palestine conflict? Yeah, why not just give them a southern and northern half? Find some peninsula, put them all right there, and, you know, let them be at war with each other for like 70 years. But not actually do anything. Not actually do anything. I mean, besides in the beginning, obviously. Map of Europe, according to my Italian friend. In green, we have glorious Italy. In light green, we have only likes them because his mama likes them. In light blue, we have brothers, so Greece, Portugal, Spain, and Ireland. In black, we have obviously scum. His dad went there when he was a soldier and he had fun, so he doesn't mind them. Okay, it's Iceland. Finally, everything else is just inferiors. Of course, no one can match the epicness of Pizza Planet. Spoken like a true Mario and Luigi right there. And big thank you to my patrons. Rye the Pie. This is Gabe. Why am I doing this? I love Mark. Drew has a small peepee, but I give him money anyways. Dalton D. Drew's Argentinian grandpa. BringBackPolandball. AryanAfterHours. Barnsky W. Ivan Lima. Jesse C. LuxembourgLover. Majestic Unicorn. Max Cooper. McBlorf. Mine Brothers 999 and Stormtrooper 501. Thank you.